Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be looking at the EZA TEQ final form cooler and see if he has a place anywhere in the current meta. Obviously, he's on the 200% lead for the new LR final form cooler, but they share the same name, so it does make things interesting when it comes to team building, because the LR cooler is not a slot 1 unit. So it kind of leaves you wondering where this cooler is supposed to go, because if even if they say made him a support unit with his EZA, you can't exactly float him in slot 3, and then you have your LR cooler in slot 2. When this guy comes into slot 3, they're not going to share any links. So be interesting to see what he does in his own merit here. Obviously, he is full level 10 links. He's got the equips. You want to go more additional than crit. I had to fix it up a little bit because obviously I rainbowed this unit years ago. This thing's been a long time coming, but his leader skill pretty irrelevant nowadays. Just 3 different typings, 3 key, HP, attack and defense 80%. May be useful for battlefield, but other than that you're probably not going to use it. But his super attack effect, he raises attack and defense for 1 turn, does supreme damage and has a medium chance to stun. And then his passive is key 2, attack and defense 150. He launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super. He has a great chance to crit when the target enemy is stunned, and then he gets an additional attack and defense 20% with each super attack performed up to 50%. He stuns the attacked enemy once only when there is an enemy whose name includes Goku. So really the way I feel this unit is going to be best used is in like Super Battle Road stages where you are fighting a Goku enemy. Because on the first turn, that means you're going to get a guaranteed stun. And then of course when you do your additional attack, the enemy is stunned, so you have a 70% chance to crit. So that's going to be really, really good. So he's tanking for double digits, 4.2. That's not too bad on turn 1, to be fair. He shares all 7 links with the STR cooler, who is also providing support. So he jumps up to 5.3 on his additional. That is pretty good. And he's now super attacked twice. So he only needs to super attack once in order to get his maximum buff. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of stats he's putting out at the start of the turn. Let's float off this cooler. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this TEQ cooler's EZA turns out, because I feel like he's going to end up being a must-run support unit on this team. As long as they make his EZA good enough to the point where even floating in slot 3, he's able to stack up a decent enough amount of defense that he's going to be useful in difficult content, then I actually do think that he will be a perfectly usable unit on the cooler team. So be interesting to see what comes of that once his EZA does finally come out. Hopefully that will be in part 2. I do wonder if this celebration is going to have a part 3 or like an EX part. It'll be interesting to find out. Celebration has certainly been interesting so far. I know people have had mixed opinions, so let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section on how you think the worldwide celebration has been going on so far. And yeah, so these are the kind of rotations I'm talking about, right? So really, if we were going to run the turn, I mean, we don't have a slot 1 unit on the turn at all, really, but we want these 2 around more so. But obviously, this is a showcase for TEQ Cooler. He has 338k defense at the start of the turn. That is pretty good, and then this is going to get him his final buff in order to have his passive fully maxed out. And then, of course, a couple of turns from now, we're going to have Garlic Jr. in slot 3 for that extra support. So yeah, 5.94. That is pretty good. Now our passive is fully maxed out. Unfortunately, we only got the additional normal from his passive and from the hidden potential. So not enough to take him out. But now he should be fully built up. So I'm going to be interested to see what his start of turn defense is next turn. Because with support as well, it looks like he's actually going to be, after supering, I have to see what the support is going to give him in the 3rd slot, but it looks like he actually might potentially be, when he's fully built up, over 400k defense with his, like, after supering, which is not bad for a sub EZA from like a general pool SSR. If he can be useful in Super Battle Road, I think that is a bit of a W, because obviously not every unit has to be great in every single event. Like, I'm tempted to try this guy against Red Zone Broly. Let me know what you guys think, because obviously against the final phase he's going to have type advantage and he will be fully built up by then. So let me know if you guys want to see TEQ Cooler versus Red Zone Broly. I think I might do that, but let me know what you think. But yeah, Super Battle Road, if he's good in Super Battle Road, then I think he could be a good shout, right? If you're having trouble beating Terrifying Conquerors or Wicked Bloodline ESBR, you just put Golden Freezer in slot 1 to tank the hits, have this cooler in slot 2. And like I say, if there's a Goku enemy, he's getting a guaranteed stun. And then, of course, his attacks have a 70% chance to crit when the enemy is stunned. So he could actually put out quite a lot of damage. So what are we looking at here? Wow, 414k. So his super attack effect gives him 30% on super. So yeah, he should be over 500k, because 30%, obviously 25% of 400k is 100k. So 30% is going to be slightly more. But I don't know how it works with support on the rotation. I constantly get this confused. There are a couple of regulars now in the comments that constantly point out when I get the maths wrong for defense. I still get very confused about what units post super attack defense is. But I'm pretty sure on this rotation, regardless of, depending on how it factors in the support, he is going to be over, or at least very close to, 500k defense when he super attacks, which is pretty good. I mean, the fact that he has type advantage as well, I assume that means even without an item active, he would probably live AGL Broly's super attack at the end of the red zone. So, and then 7.28. That is actually a pretty solid attack stat there from our boy. 7.28. So overall, it seems like he is generally pretty good. It's just obviously the main problem is the fact that he shares this name with Cooler. So you get into situations like this where I guess if you're going to use him on the team, say you do want to do like a Super Battle Road run or something like that, you're either going to mainly be using him if you don't have the STR Cooler. And then if you do, the best way to really utilize him, if you do want to be using him in Super Battle Road for the stuns and stuff, is probably going to be to have both the STR coolers floating, so that this cooler has a chance to get links activated with like the slot 2 units and stuff. But that's where we start to run into a little bit of problems, because in these early phases where we wanted to build out his passive, it's not a huge deal to put him in slot 1. Even if he got tagged by a super on like the very first turn of the event, it's not like he would have taken that much damage, because the event isn't super difficult right at the beginning. But of course, if you jump into like Wicked Bloodline Extreme Super Battle Road and you put him in slot 1 and he takes a super attack on the first turn, chances are you might actually even get one shot depending on the typing of the enemy who's doing the super attack. So I don't feel like this cooler is really meant to be a slot 1 unit. And so that's why I really feel like his only real use for anyone is basically just going to be if you don't have this STR cooler. Because then you run a different leader for the team, and then you have a friend LR cooler, and you just use both of the final form coolers as slot 2 units on each other's, like, you know, on each opposite rotation. So I guess we'll have to do this. We are getting the extra support. They're not going to link together. I could transform this cooler, but then we obviously lose out on a bunch of support. He's still at 400k defense on this turn, though. But we do have type disadvantage as well. So we would probably take quite a lot of damage. Let me see how much he takes from a super, because I'm assuming his defense is enough to tank normals for double digits in this event. But it'll be interesting to see if he does actually eat a super in slot 1. Yeah, so we do take double digit damage. It'd be good to eat the super after we've supered, if possible. All right, here we go. So 7 million. Again, fairly solid on the attack stats. Double super as well. So double defense raise. We're definitely over 500k now. And then we get the additional from the hidden potential as well. So he actually almost one-shot him, and then we don't get supered. So the other coolers are going to finish him off. I say one-shot, but you know what I mean? Like all by himself. Because 2 supers. If that hidden potential additional had been a super, then pretty much would have been GG for God Vegeta. So even though this event isn't the hardest in the world, of course, anymore, I say that all the time now, we do these initial impression showcases on the Vegeta event, but I'd still say that's fairly impressive. Against type disadvantage, we tanked all the normal attacks for double digits and then pretty much just finished them off completely by ourselves in that one turn with the tech cooler. So I'd say that that is pretty good. We're going to get the Dokkan attack here. I could have just put cooler in slot 1. I didn't really need to worry about anything from this physical Vegeta in terms of damage. I guess I might as well do this. It's not like Golden Freezer's obviously not really going to do a lot of damage. What is his attack stat? Just under 1.5. So obviously he's not here to do damage. He's just here to soak up the hits. But my cooler, of course, is Rainbow Full Level 10 Lynx. That means he's going to have Big Bad Bosses active thanks to Garlic Jr. as well as the support. So let's see how absolutely devastating Cooler wants to be on this turn. Because if we get all the additional supers, we probably just take him out. Yeah, 10.3 million. I'm not sure if he's even fully built up at this point. But yeah, he's going to be doing quite a lot of damage if we actually get the additional supers. His additional normal attacks crit for 2.5 million. And then 7.35 on the additional 12 key super. So I'm fairly confident that we're probably finishing him off on this turn. We didn't get a lot of additionals though with Cooler, so that is unfortunate. In fact, if we don't crit with Garlic Jr., we actually probably won't take him out here. Alright, we did get the crit, good. I want to see our boy Tech Cooler in slot 1 against AGL Vegeta. So if we're lucky, we get super attacked on the Tech Cooler. Unfortunately, regardless of what we do here, we probably die to the STR Cooler getting hit, right? Because he can't, he doesn't raise attack on, raise defense on super like the Bojack does. He just lowers the enemy's attack, which obviously we can't do on this stage. So it's very likely that we now just die. We're at 360 4k defense, so that means we are going to be getting what we're going to be going up to still potentially nearly 450, wait, 30%, yeah, like 450k ish, something like that. I'm sure someone's gonna correct me in the chat with the proper calculations, but I want to see him eat the final flash, although again, I would quite like it to be after he supers, if possible. 6.37 with only the support from STR Cooler. I mean, that's not bad. We get the additional normal, which is a crit, and then we didn't get the hidden potential. Can we eat the super? There we go. So what's this going to be? Like I said, we should have just about around 400, 450k. 150. I guess that's not terrible. Does STR Cooler just get us killed here? He doesn't have a lot of defense. 123. Oof. We just about survive, and then as long as the friend Cooler gets enough 12 key supers, he would live. But there you go. So Tech Final Form Cooler. Overall, he's a pretty solid EZA. I think I will definitely do a video using him in Super Battle Road, because I think that is definitely the best place to use him. That's where he's probably going to have the most value. Although I do think it would be interesting to try a run out against Broly and see what happens. But let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. STR Cooler obviously just going off here now on Blue Evolution Vegeta. We've gotten enough super attacks now that he should tank the normal attacks for double digits. And unfortunately, with the power of the team, especially because the other Cooler is on this rotation, we are not going to end up seeing another turn. Although, of course, we don't have Golden Freezer's passive anymore. So if we get supered in slot 1, actually, we'll probably just die anyway, right? It doesn't matter. We're ending the video now. If Golden Freezer gets killed, it's not the end of the world. So let me know your thoughts on Tech Final Form Cooler's EZA down below in the comments section. I think he's pretty solid. We'll try him out in some other events. And yeah, that's what it is. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.